Welcome back, Star Wars fans, to episode 121 of Ronald's Reviews, and on today's episode we're going to take a look at the Droids 6-inch Boba Fett action figure. Cue the march. Welcome back everyone. Now, like I said in the intro, today we're going to take a look at the 6-inch Droids Boba Fett action figure. Now, I was very lucky that this was sent to me as a gift donation. Only arrived last week, and this came from Chris. You may know him better as Smith Lord in our little community. Now, Chris is the joker in our sort of group, but just a super nice guy, and has done so much for me since the channel started. Myself and Chris talk quite a lot, and he has donated so many gifts to the channel in the last sort of 2 years. He has sent things like personalised artwork to things like vintage comics, vintage Motu figures, even some amazing mask vehicles, as well as other things, and now this 6-inch Droids Boba Fett on top of that. I mean, I have sent a few things to Chris as well, but I mean, what Chris has sent to me heavily outweighs what I've sent to him, so just an amazingly generous guy. So thank you, Chris, I really do appreciate it. But now that's been said, let's take a look at the 6-inch Droids Boba Fett figure. And there he is, everyone. So we briefly saw the packaging just before we got to this section of the video, but again, as you can see, I just love this Droids packaging. So the same image that is on the 3.75 card back, and I think that is a fantastic image. I really do love that colour scheme. I've said before, I really do like this sort of cartoon artwork and the style that it's done in. I think that Droids logo on the lovely sort of deep blue background, I think it works so well. We've got the 50th anniversary Lucasfilm logo there. And I really do think these boxes are great. And again, in a box, we're going to see more and more packaging like this by the looks of it, the way Hasbro are going with the no plastic. Although this does open to show a window, but obviously we're not going to be getting any more bubbles by the looks of it very soon. So again, on one side we've got that lovely Droids logo in that blue. I really do like it. On the back, very nice image of Boba Fett, C-3PO and R2-D2 running from, is that Vlix? I always forget these guys' names. I think that's Vlix, isn't it? Again, we've got the 50th anniversary Lucasfilm logo and the timeline. I do like that. Let's show the timeline where we can see all the installments, where they came in the timeline and what we've had over the years. All the legal jargon, which is pretty standard now. And then on this side, look, we've got a lovely image of Boba Fett again. The same image on the front, just on a black background. But I do like it when they put these sort of images on the side. And then back to the front. But like I said, it does open, so open the front door. There we go. And then same image on the back as we open it, but then of course, lovely Boba Fett himself. This is fantastic. Now, strangely, I did pass up on this. This wasn't a sort of, I tried to buy it and I couldn't get it. I actually made a conscious decision to pass up on this because I spent a little bit of money when these were released already, and I opted to go for the 3.75 figure, so Boba Fett, R2-D2, C-3PO, and I convinced myself that I'd be okay with that and that would satisfy me. And then when people started getting these, I started to regret it, and then by then I couldn't get it. So, but luckily Chris got in touch. Apparently they came into stock at Hasbro UK. I don't really keep my finger on the pulse, no pun intended, too much with Hasbro UK, but Chris got it and then very generously gifted this to me. So thank you, Chris. I did start to regret it once I saw everyone else with theirs, but by then for me it was too late. So okay, so let's get this guy out of the packaging. The fact it comes in a box means I can take it out and display it loose and then put it back in the box if I want to. So yeah, let's get this guy out of the box and take a closer look. Okay, so there he is out of the packaging, and as you can see, we've got a few accessories with him, so let's take a look at those first. We have, of course, got the famous E3 blaster. So just grey in colour, no weathering. Obviously, it's quite basic, in keeping with the sort of Droids animation, I assume, because it was fairly basic in its appearance back in the day. But love the E3 blaster. But that's really cool. We've also got his pistol. Again, very basic in design, but really cool. I hope that goes in his holster. I've not actually checked, but we will have a look at that. And then, of course, the famous jetpack. Oh, it would appear it's a little bit bent. Once it's that way, you can't really tell, can you? But the famous Boba Fett jetpack with the rocket, and again, in the colour scheme fitting to his outfit in Droids. So really nice. Okay, so now famously, I really struggled to get the blasters in Boba Fett's hands, so his fingers are all set, as you can see, to hold the guns. So I'm going to get the guns in his hands, and then we're going to take a look at Boba Fett closer himself. And there he is, everybody, and as you can see, he looks awesome now. I'm no reviewer. I'm just going to do a bit of an overview. I'm going to tell you my thoughts and how I feel about this figure, but I'm certainly no reviewer. The fact my channel name has reviews in the title, I just picked it because I thought it sounded good with my surname. If I'm honest, I am not a reviewer. I leave that to the experts, people like Matt over at Universal Collector, and people like Connor Fuller over at Fuller's Figures. Those guys do exceptional reviews, especially on 6-inch figures as well. You know, if you want a good review, check out those channels. If you don't know them, I will leave a link in the description below, but two amazing channels and really do really excellent and thorough reviews. So okay, now the first thing I noticed when I was putting the guns in his hands, and it's always the same with the E3, it's so difficult to get this rifle in his hand. And when I say in his hand, you can get him to hold it, but I always try to get the thumb through the trigger, through the handle there, and the finger through the trigger hole, just because I want it to look right on the shelf. But once you do that, it sort of makes the fact that you have to then bend this part sort of there, it sort of bends round, and if you want to get it across his chest, it bends over the top, and it just isn't great. So I think this rifle, if you could come up with a way that you could hold that better, it really would be I think it really would be good for the figure. However, the pistol's really easy. It goes in his hand fine and fits pretty comfortably, and obviously easy to pose. Now, I've not moved his legs much. The arms, the elbow joints, I mean, again, I'm not up on my joints. I don't know, you know, ball joints, butterfly, all that lot. But this is like on a ratchet now, and it's quite stiff, and I thought I was going to break it when I was trying to manipulate his elbow. But obviously, once you move it, it then locks into place, and then you move it again, it locks again. But I just thought I was going to break them. They were very, very stiff. So very difficult to get the E3 blaster in his hand, but pretty easy for the blaster. But again, I think his colours are great. I think this colour scheme works amazing. And I love that cape. Soft goods for the cape, but I love that flash of orange on the bottom of it. I think it's really nice. As you can see, the holster, his pistol does fit in the holster, so that's a nice touch. And his backpack fits securely. And I was a bit worried that that might be really loose. It really snaps into place well. So, yeah, really, really pleased with that. But, like I say, not easy to manipulate and not easy to get that blaster, that E3 blaster in his hands and hold it. So it looks natural, and it looks like it's meant to be held that way. It just looks all sort of bent, and that top section especially always looks like it's bending in. So from that angle you can't really tell, but when you look head on, I think you can tell it's bending round. But lovely figure. And again, like I say, I love that colour scheme. And to be honest, now I've got it in the flesh, I'm amazed I was going to pass up on it. I really was. If you're on the fence about this guy, don't be. The shoulder joints don't move massively because the shoulder armour sections, once you get it to a certain point, I will just try and show you. Once you get it to sort of there, then the shoulder armour stops it. Now you can twist the arm for a little bit more, but again, it just looks unnatural when you do. So again, I'm not a brilliant reviewer, but it is limited with its movement because of the armour and things like that. But I think it looks amazing, and it is going to look so good on my Boba Fett shelf. So thank you again, Chris. I really do appreciate it. It's just such a beautiful figure, and I think that colour scheme works great. I love that soft goods cape with that flash of orange at the bottom. I really do like it. So yeah, exactly how we saw him when we first saw him in the holiday special. Love those colours. Amazing. So that's a perfect addition to my Boba Fett shelf. I can't believe really now I've got him in the flesh. Like I said, that I was going to pass on him. And I did start to regret it massively. So yeah, there we go. Not the best review, like I said, guys. I'm not a reviewer really, but I just wanted to show it and thank Chris for sending this to me. So yeah, there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. Short video this week, but again, I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by and giving me a shot. I hope you'll consider leaving a like and subscribing. And if you're one of my existing viewers and existing subscribers, thank you for sticking with me, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Leave any comments or questions in the comment section below. I try to read everyone's comments and get back to everybody. And as always, keep collecting. And this week, we're going to play you out with some poses, Universal Collector style. See you next time.